good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are watching this in the world. Today, I would like to ask you how great you are and the brilliance of your mind. Because despite what you may think, you all have, or you have, brilliance. You ever see the greatness planted within your mind. You may just not have reached for it or nurtured it as of yet. And the way in which you can nurture that seed and water it daily, it's based on the thoughts you have for yourself, the thoughts you have for others. Because despite what we may think, when we're looking at someone else and judging them, we're actually judging what is within us. Because if that judgment or if that thought comes to our mind, then it's us projecting it out there because we don't want to believe what's in there. But when we kind of take charge of ourselves and start thinking about that, and start thinking about what is in us that's putting it out there, you tend to kind of resolve that issue. So that judgment kind of goes away. Now, how often as well, I know this is a bit funny one because it's tough if you've not done it or you're struggling with that. How often do you actually say, either in your mind or to yourself in the mirror, to yourself, I love you? How often do you feel that love for yourself? I don't mean in a selfish or egotistical sort of way. I mean that sort of self-confidence, that sort of self-awareness, and not so you can walk around looking and see how great you are. I'm lovely, I'm wonderful, but I'm not going to talk to anyone else. It's more so you can have that truth of yourself, you can have that self-awareness, that self-confidence, so then you can then project it out to other people, and then you can maybe help them with maybe any issues they're having. And just by talking to you sometimes, just having that confidence in you, that power, that passion, it just allows everyone else to get in on it. So, I mean, loving yourself isn't about kind of, I am me and there is no one else to rule because I am. It's not an egotistical way. It's almost a necessity. We need to start loving ourselves more because, I mean, I'm not sure if you said, but the world is not in the greatest place right now overall. And a lot of it kind of comes to egotistical love of things. And it's the next point I want to get on. We think our happiness comes from consuming things, from buying things, from when I have that, I'll be happy. When I get that, I'll be happy. I mean, I had the same thing when I bought my last sound system. I wanted it so much that I thought that's going to make me happy. And then what happened? I basically got my sound system. I mean, I'm glad I got it now, but at the time I got it, set it all up, so yeah, great. Put the first CD on, looked around, realised I was alone. And it was pretty, it wasn't, I mean, it was all my own doing, I'm not asking for sympathy, but it was more the sort of thing that I realised, although I'm glad I've got these things, they're not the source of my happiness. And then I started, and this is what I've kind of done, what is the source of happiness? And as I've been on this journey, I realised what it is. And so I'm just, basically, it is that love of self. It is going inside and kind of dealing with maybe issues that have stopped you loving you, or what you've been told, how you've been conditioned, how you've been thinking. And after a while, we think our faults are who we are. They're not. We are the awareness behind our faults. I personally find to get that awareness through meditation. However you may do it is entirely up to you, but just some suggestions could be sort of just writing stuff down, just talking in the mirror to yourself. It's difficult, I know, initially, it's a bit awkward, but when you start doing it, you do develop a great sort of self-awareness. So document, record your thoughts, talk to friends, close friends that are maybe go for the same thing, and that we just always feel a little bit awkward. Oh, I don't know if I can talk about this. I talk about everything and anything now, and what I find, it allows other people to open up to you. And sometimes, this is what I find quite weird, they start opening up to you, you almost get a feeling, because they start talking to you about stuff that is a bit out there normally, stuff that people talk about. Sometimes I haven't said a word, and they just talk to me. I'm like, fantastic. And it's almost like moved into a much higher level of conversation. But say, happiness is inside us. We create it, but we've been told, if you get this, you'll be happy. If you get this, you'll be happy. You won't. Once we find happiness, then we start appreciating more the things we do have. I mean, if we live by gratitude, be grateful for everything you have, own, as in like friends, family, the house you live in, the body you have. I mean, that's what makes me so passionate. And so the fact that this body alone is, for me, enough. Everything else is like, wow, look at the abundance I have. It is, I mean, and that's what keeps me going. And then you start looking, me personally, I start looking at nature and trees and plants and just the beauty that's in them, the beauty that's in the world, and the beauty that's in you. Because despite what you may have been told, despite what you may think about yourself daily, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are worth it. Please tell yourself this daily, because what really gets me, what really kind of riles me up, is there are people that are beautiful, there are people that are talented, there are people that have so much to give to the world, yet they think they're useless, they think they're shit, they think they've not got anything. And sometimes looking at it, it's like, this isn't sort of judgment on them, it's more like, please realise that you are fucking amazing. You just need to reach for it, you need to nurture it, you need to water that seed of what you are and that brilliance that you are. To water it daily. You need to basically, just to sum up on that side of things, basically look at yourself and say, am I good enough? And you are. I'll tell you are, because I know you are. You'll be watching this, otherwise you wouldn't have got to this point if you're not good enough. You're looking for a reason as to, maybe it's a bit stuck in how do I get that. But let's say it's documenting your thoughts, it's working out what you want, and then working out steps to get there. Happiness is something that you own. You can produce it. Say, gratitude. It's having a gratitude for all you have, but not expecting anything from anyone else. And I say it's not to say that you don't wish to receive anything. You just don't expect it. So when someone offers you a gift, you're grateful. And then you realise the abundance that you have. Let's say make small daily changes based on the list you made. So you don't have to go mad all at once. It's just small daily changes whereby, well, today for this week alone, for example, I'm going to drink a pint of water every morning. And then the second week, I'm going to drink a pint of water, and I'm going to add an extra portion of vegetables to my plate. These are just examples. Obviously, it's entirely up to you what you wish to do. And also, talk to friends, talk to people around you, talk to people that you love. Just little by little, and just kind of find out and get a gauge of what you might find is you allow them to open up, because maybe they've been holding on to something that you didn't realise. So, just to completely sum this up, you have the seeds of greatness within you. You are brilliant. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And you have loved ones around you. You have an amazing concept. You have the amazing brilliance that is the world out there to go forth and do as you wish and serve the world, so that we can all share in the beauty that is your brilliance. Thank you so much for listening. Please feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and ideally look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.